Hi, and welcome to Miss L Creations. I'm going to do something today that I have never done before. I've actually had all the materials for a really long time. I've just been really nervous to try it. And so today I'm just going to give it a shot and we're going to see what happens. Let me get some of this out of the way here. I have a friend at work whose husband does 3D printing. So I had him print me this box, and it's just barely bigger than the container. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a silicone mold. Never done it. Worst thing that can happen is it doesn't work, right? I have this beautiful little trinket jar that was my grandmother's, and I believe it was her mom's and maybe even her mom's mom. There is no markings on this, so I have no idea who made it, where it came from. I don't know anything about it. It's just a super cute little jar, and I've always loved it. We used to put our little rings in there. My sister and I would put snacks in there and pretend that we were Alice in Wonderland, and we were picking the candies from under the mushroom. Was it going to make us big? Was it going to make us small? Okay, TMI, I know. Sorry. Anyways, this has got a ton of memories for me, and I absolutely love this little thing. Since I have never made one of these, I believe, and I've watched a couple of videos, you take the bottom, the jar portion of it, and you glue the bottom and you stick it into here. My only, it's not a concern, I'm a little disappointed, is I'm not going to get this flower on the bottom. This is recessed in there. I don't know if you can hear that. So it's pitted, whatever. It's got grooves in the glass, so you have this really pretty bottom too. But in order to get that, I would have to pour it this way, and then it wouldn't be a hollow jar on the inside, so that's not going to work either. So I believe I'm going to have to lose the back, or the bottom, in order to get my jar. And if I'm not thinking of the way to be able to get that jar, please let me know, the bottom, because I would love to be able to get that. I think the only way to do that would be to put an inlay in it, and maybe that's an option. I don't know. My first go around, I'm not going to make this difficult, so we're going to glue it in just like this. I did measure with this in there, and it holds 9 ounces. So we're going to go ahead, and I have my hot glue gun. We're going to hot glue it to the bottom of this. And then I'm going to mix the silicone rubber. I just bought really inexpensive silicone off of Amazon, because I figure this way, if I screw it up, it's not going to cost me a fortune, because silicone's not cheap. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at it. I do know that I have washed these. I washed them with soap and water yesterday to make sure that they had plenty of time to dry. I also did that with this so that it had plenty of time to dry as well. I bought mold release so that once we have everything glued in, you can spray that, pour the silicone in over top of it, and hopefully that is supposed to allow this to all come apart much easier. So I think we're going to go ahead and we're just going to get started. I am going to go ahead and clean this again, because I have touched it since then with my bare hands, so my oils and stuff from my bare hands is going to be on it, and I want to make sure that it's not. I want the cleanest and purest mold example that I can possibly have. So I'm just going to take some rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to clean this all again really well. I'm going to clean the edges. Down on the inside. And I'll go ahead and clean the bottom just so I get a good seal on it. I don't know why I'm so nervous. This is I don't know how old this is, and this is very sentimental to me. I think my biggest fear is I'm gonna ruin this, and I don't think I'm going to. God, I hope I'm not. I should have probably started with something that didn't mean so much to me. So let's go ahead, and we're just gonna put some glue around the bottom to hold this down on our, there we go. I'm trying to get that as centered as possible. Get that off of my scale. And then I'm just going to push that down nice and firm, hoping that I get a good seal. All right, we're in. Okay, here we go. I don't know why I'm so nervous. It should not be that big a deal, right? I just pray I don't mess up something that means, and I don't know why it means so much to me. She may have, I mean, it may mean absolutely nothing, and it may be a worthless little trinket dish, but to me, you know, these kinds of things, no matter how or where they came from, isn't it funny how we build such an emotional connection to stuff? It's just crazy. All right, so this held 9, actually it was about 8.5 ounces, and I'm gonna go ahead, yeah, we're just gonna do it. Okay, so I'm gonna set this to the side. I'm so nervous. All right, turn our scale on. And this is just an everyday scale. I use it to weigh my packages when I mail them out to you guys, when you do your orders. We're going to zero that out with the cup. And again, I know nothing about this, so don't ask me any questions about the silicone because I know nothing about it. So let's measure. These weigh the same. I put both bottles on the scale and they weigh the same because I didn't want this one to be, you know, 6 ounces more than this one and then not be able to get my ratios right. I know I need 9 ounces. So let's start with 4 and see what the weight on 4 ounces is. Oh, okay, 4.5. I'm at 4.5 ounces, so I'm at 0.55. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. I'm just gonna clear that out, and then we're gonna do 0.55 of this one. This is the first time I've ever mixed anything by weight. Oop, right there. Okay, and then it says to mix it for a couple of minutes. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't spray my mold. And this has to dry. Hopefully this isn't super smelly because Alright, and then that's supposed to dry before you put anything in it. Ooh, it does have an odor. You should definitely do that outside. Make sure we scrape our edges when we're mixing this. Whew. All right, let's do it. I think I'm gonna pour around the edges first. And I'm doing that just so that I can just kind of roll. Oop, don't get up there. I just want to do this around the edges to make sure that I don't get any more air pockets than humanly possible. Because my debubbler is not tall enough to hold this glass. I think I want to go ahead and put I'm not gonna hurt my piece. It's not rubber yet. I just want to go around and make sure I don't have any bubbles anywhere that I don't have to. Okay, let's top it up. And I'm just going to pour nice and slow so that I don't incorporate any more bubbles than absolutely humanly possible. Or I just don't want to get any bubbles in it. And I'm going to even go super slow over the edges so it can fill out all those little facets, whatever. All those little diamond looking pieces on the side. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have extra. Oh Lord, what am I going to do with extra? Oh, I can see if I can find something to put the lid in. I was just going to pour the lid in this same container. Well, maybe I won't. Nope. I'm going to go ahead and use it all. Now the other thing you want to make sure is that this is on a level table, because if it's not, then your mold is not going to be level when you take it out. And that's going to be extremely important because, I mean, this is it. You're making this to last, right? So we want to make sure that our mold is nice and level. I'm shaking so bad. You wish you could, maybe you could see it on the camera. I'm shaking like a leaf. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Alright, now I'm going, can you spritz silicone? Yep. Alright, we're going to let this cure and we will be back when it's ready to demold. See you in a few minutes. Okay, it seems solid. It's been several hours, so I'm just going to give it a gentle tug on the corners. See if I can figure out how to get this out of here now. Okay, I finally got it. Maybe. Ugh. Ooh. So our mold comes with this little gadget, and I'm assuming it's to cut the excess silicone away, because it's got a little bit of a sharp edge to it. I think my X-Acto knife might be a little easier. Ugh. It's still sticky on the bottom, which is odd that it's everywhere else has cured except for down here on the bottom. Oh, it's the glue. Okay. Nope. Oh my goodness, that suction is legit. There we go. Ugh. Where's Chihuahua? Okay. Well, it came off. I just gotta clean the glue and stuff off of the bottom. Alright, and I think what I want to do next is I want to try and pour this before I waste any more silicone on the top, just to make sure that it's going to work. So I'm going to mix up some resin and we will be right back to see how it does. 4 drops. And then if this works, when we do the lid, we'll have to do just a couple more because it won't be quite so deep as this one is. If you want to see what kind of color you're going to end up with, it's super easy, especially since I got a white napkin sitting right here. And you can see it's just going to have a hint. So we've got 8 drops in there. Let's just make it an even 10. And then we're just going to go with it. Whatever it looks like is what we're going with. Okay, we're going to run this through the vacuum chamber, or the vacuum, dadgummit, the Demolding. And we'll be right back. And if you haven't watched me, I add alcohol ink to the top of my resin. That allows, when those air bubbles do surface, they hit that alcohol and pop immediately. All right, let's go ahead, and I put a glove on so that I can push some alcohol down inside of our mold. And then let's pour. I was worried I wasn't going to have enough, but I think I'm going to have just enough, or just barely. Oh, I'm going to have just enough. It's going to be perfect. That was perfect. So 2 ounces, I believe. Actually, I'm going to have to scrape. That was perfect. I couldn't have done that any better if I'd have tried. I maybe could have used maybe another scraping, but other than that, that was perfect. All right, now we'll just wait for this to cure and we'll be back to demold and see how it worked. Be right back. Actually, I think while this is setting, let's go ahead and just do the lid. It's going to be a lot easier to get out of there than the bottom was because it's not going to be nearly as deep. So I'll go ahead and plug my glue gun back in. I don't know if you guys have ever worked with hot glue, but if you take and put just a dollop of hot glue on the end of this and stick it in to the back side of your other piece of glue, it'll help hold those together. Now I want to make sure this has a little lip around it, and I want to make sure I get that lip, so I'm thinking we need to put the hot glue on the inside of our piece and put enough in there that it will put it just on the bottom, I think maybe. That's my thought process anyway. Let's see if it works. All right. Oh, mold release. That stuff dries really fast. All right, we'll pour the rest of this in here and then we'll let it set up with the resin. And then we'll be right back. Okay, that looks really good. Now we wait for this one. This one's cured, but we're gonna take them both out at the same time. I've got a lot of resin left. So you know what that means. Need to make us a butterfly. This thing doesn't take, oh my gosh, I'm making a mess already this morning. Just squeeze those wingtips so we make sure that we don't have any air bubbles down in there. I still have quite a bit, but I don't think I have enough for our turtle friend. I know we don't. Okay. We'll make us a pendant. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a mess. Love that mold. But I'm wondering what will happen if I put a couple of drops of that in first. Because it's a water ripple mold, I'm not sure you're really gonna see that, but we're gonna find out. All right, I will find something to put the rest of this in and we'll be back on demold. Everything is cured. So let's start with our extras. We got the pendant, which is gonna be gorgeous, and it is. I over poured it just a little bit. There we go. Peeled right off. We got some turtles. Cute. Whoops. Cute as a button. Oh, I just went and had my nails done. They're always cute as a button. And we have our butterfly. I don't know if it's going to be cured yet. I think we're all right. There's gotta be an easier way to get this out of here. And I just haven't figured it out yet. Oh, gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Okay, the main event. Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous. Let's start with the lid, I guess. The molds can't. Oh! Oh my gosh. That turned out amazing. So, the top. The only thing I don't care for is that this one is hollow. I still gotta clean all the goop out of it. It'd be nice if we could make this one hollow as well, but oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Just like this one. Matter of fact, you can see more of the details in this. I didn't realize that the corners had these little raised pieces. I see it now, but oh wow. I don't see any bubble. Oh, there's some microscopic bubbles right there, but which is fine. My goodness. Oh, so cool. All right. Ugh, I got lotion on my hands from the manicure. Probably got it all over this thing. There is some edges that need to be cleaned off. Or cleaned up, I guess. We'll see how it fits. Okay, see how hard this is going to be to get out. Because it's pretty deep. If any of you have made your own molds, are there any suggestions or comments, anything that you can give me advice on that I may not have done here that I may want to consider doing differently when I make another one, because I'm addicted now. I'm gonna have to make some more. Oh wow, there are so many bubbles. They are microscopic though, so you can't really, I mean, you can't feel them, but you can see them. I don't know if you can see those. And there's a jagged edge right there. Why is there a jagged edge? I had a bubble there, that's why. I don't think that has anything to do with the mold as much as it has to do with, this was the one that I couldn't put through my debubbler, isn't it? Because the cup was too big. Or was that this? Uh-oh, now I gotta go back and watch. I must not have run this through the debubbler because I even have bubbles on the inside of my resin. Wonder why I had so many bubbles. I must have whipped this sucker. Oh my gosh. But, and I mean, and if I trim those little pieces on the edge, it fits beautifully. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. A little bit of trimming to do on the bottom. I don't know that I can keep this. I don't think I can salvage this one. This may have to go into my oopsies. But as far as getting the lid to match the base, I think I did a pretty good job on that. That turned out pretty darn good. What do you think? I think it's amazing. I am tickled pink that I was able to recreate something from my childhood. And it worked beautifully. Yeah, this is where those bubbles got caught. And I think that's just a resin thing. I don't think that's in the mold. Yeah, the mold looks fine. Dang it. I really need to invest in a vacuum chamber This is so much heavier than this one is, even with a solid lid, and this one doesn't have a solid lid. And this has a solid bottom, and this one doesn't. So it's amazing, the weight difference. Glass is so much heavier than resin is. I guess I did not realize that. But pretty much spot on. It's a duplicate of the original. Love, love, love this. I can't wait to pour more of these and more colors. What do you think? If you have any advice on the mold, I think, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I think I did a pretty darn good job for my first mold and not knowing what the heck I'm doing. I'm pretty excited about it. So a couple little pieces, like there's a little piece here that didn't get cut off. I think that's why I've got such a jagged edge right there. Yep, because it's protruding out that way. So there's a little bit of a sharp edge. Nothing that I can't sand off or, you know, take the burr off. But I think it turned out great. I don't know that I have any suggestions for me the next time, except instead of using a solid mold housing, whatever you want to call this, a solid housing, I think I need to invest in the kind that clip together, you know, the 4 sides, and you can clip them to whatever size you want. I've seen those somewhere. Actually, I just saw one somewhere. I don't remember where I saw it at. Maybe on a TikTok video or something, but I think I need to invest in something like this. The solid sides, that just makes this so hard to get out. Which is too bad, because this is pretty cool. But this was 3D printed, and I think the friend of mine that did it, I think I could have her make the 3 sides and then make the 4th side so that they could all be clipped together. That would probably work too. Anyways, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for joining us, and I guess we will catch you the next time. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.